right, that's all we're going to do. That's all we're going to do, man. Look. Welcome to the MAD LUCRATIVE PODCAST. Episode, guess what? Episode 50. Woo.
Very nice.
Okay, look. So this is a threshold for me, right?
Yeah.
I did not think I would stay for a full 50 episodes for free.
Really? Oh, no.
So shouts out to me for doing this for y'all for free.
Good, thank you.
But welcome to the MAD LUCRATIVE PODCAST. I'm the host, Matt NEDO 7, and along with my friend who?
Sean J.
Listen.
Good to see you.
It's good to have you back, bro.
It is. It's been a while.
It's been a while. What endeavors have you taken upon?
I've just been busy as shit. Just doing random dumb stuff.
Random dumb stuff?
Well, not that it's dumb stuff. Just,
Okay, before you start, y'all know for all the listeners, I've been waiting for Sean to give me a random dumb stuff story for at least 50 episodes. He didn't give me Coke.
No.
You didn't give me, well, you kind of gave me a weed one.
Yeah.
You never gave me a one-night stand one, did you?
No, I don't think so.
No. See, so it's some exciting things happening in your world. So how was your weekend? No, not your weekend. How's your month been? Because it's been for a minute. So
My month?
what's
Jeez.
new? What's new in your world, man?
I guess I've just made a lot more friend groups, Gotten a bit more busy doing that kind of stuff. Dealing with crazy people,
Friend groups.
But nothing really this month. I mean, all my crazy stuff happened when I was like a lot younger, It's been pretty tame in adult life so far.
So when you say non-crazy or tame, what's tame to you now?
Tame to me?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean well, just hanging out with friends, I'd say is pretty tame, Back then I was, trespassing on
Oh, okay, that kind of stuff.
property and shit, abandoned buildings and crap. I mean, all that kind of stuff.
Why would you do that?
It's fun. You get to take pictures of abandoned buildings, bring a few ghosts back with you,
That is not fun. That does not sound like it's fun. So
disturbs the demons that be there.
So, okay, speaking of demons, one of our associates, I'm not going to say no names, but one of our associates,
Mr.
he said that, he dated a witch. He was like, yeah, it's no big deal. Like, I don't mind dating a witch. I was like,
bruh.
Hell no. What are you doing with your life?
Don't do that. Nothing against them.
Nothing against witches?
I don't want one to be watching. I get hacks or something.
I got you. Then create like a little Sean dummy doll.
A voodoo doll. And just start flicking my eyes or something.
Yeah,
I don't
that
want
would be
that to happen.
bad.
No, thank you.
That'd be bad. So
that's why I got a sinus infection. They started pouring.
So what's happened new? We were gonna record this before, and I was like, you sound like trash, bro. I was like, you probably got corona.
I sound like Rocky.
And I said, yeah, it's Rocky's kid. So, I was like, I don't want you to really come to the studio because you're gonna have corona. He still has corona.
I don't have corona.
What is it?
I have a sinus infection.
How do you know the difference?
So a sinus infection is where, I think anybody can get it in like a various of ways, but I think what happens is your nose gets so swollen, right? Like your cavities get so pressure, right? You get sinus pressure, and nothing can get out, so you can't drain.
Okay.
And bacteria just stays in there, and then it just accumulates, and then it can't get out, and then that's what infects you. So now you have like intense sinus pressure and a lot of drainage because it just can't get out.
So is a sinus infection like a yeast infection? It's like
kind of way. Yeah, it's like a nose yeast infection pretty much. I guess so. Yeah.
So I don't want that either. I don't want that.
You can't. It's not contagious.
Listen, I want everybody to just comment if sinus infections and yeast infections.
Yeast infections ain't contagious, right?
Why can you get it?
I don't know. I don't get yeast infections.
You can get yeast infections.
Men can get yeast infections?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Well, I don't have one. I don't have one. I've never had one.
If you have relations with the female, and that moment of passion, you just can't help it.
And they had a yeast infection.
And they have a yeast infection.
Well, I have it. I didn't.
Really?
I get nope.
You're lucky.
Thanks.
It's
not me.
TMI.
I did not get burned that day. Maybe you did.
I did. Maybe I did. But
but I'm steering clear.
Okay, so you got the sinus infection.
Yeah.
You know, and you've had some transitions, some new transitions.
Yeah.
So you want to tell me about any of those transitions?
We mean transitions.
You know what transitions?
Well, the girl I'm seeing right now. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. It's going
you
really
enjoying
well.
it?
I'm very, very much so enjoying it. It's fantastic.
Listen.
Well, thank you.
Good job. We're not gonna say her name right now because we gotta get past the probationary period.
Yeah, the probationary period. That's what they call it.
I call it that.
It's probably best.
It's a probationary period because it's like so for me, it's like I always mess your age up. 25, 24.
24.
24.
Yeah,
okay.
25 this year. I mean,
25 in December. So, when I would date when I was your age, I was I was low key petty, but I didn't know how to tap into it yet.
Yeah.
So the level of petty that I was like, I'm vibing, and I wasn't just doing it to get the skins.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it just to get the skins. I was like, I like you, whatever.
Yeah,
but
genuinely.
I fell quick though. I used to fall real quick. So I'd be like, yep, you're my girlfriend. Like after 2 weeks of talking, right?
I'm that way a little bit. If you really like the person, you're like, nah, this one's pretty this one's pretty cool.
Okay.
It's hard not to, but you got to be chill with it, I guess.
Yeah, I wasn't chill.
Because some people don't like that, but some people do. So.
Okay, so I didn't know how to read the people that don't like that.
Yeah, you never do, man.
Right?
Yeah.
So I date. I ain't gonna say no names because some of them be like, oh, that's what that was? Like, yeah, you were dating to me. But
yeah.
I bring them home.
In my mind, we were real.
I bring them home, and I think the first couple, because I'm not gonna put no numbers. I want to put some numbers on that too. Let's put some numbers on.
Numbers?
Yeah, some numbers. Right. So I would bring a few home. Is a few more or a couple more?
A few's 3, a couple's 2.
Okay, I don't want to sound like a thought. So I would say
a man whore.
A couple. Let's say a couple. Bring a couple home, and my mom be like, he ain't gonna stick with her. And I was like, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm vibing. And then it didn't stick. It never stuck.
Damn.
So those yeasty situations, like I said.
The yeasties.
Yeasties. Oh, okay. All right. Truth moment. I feel like this is episode 50, man. Look, we putting it out there. Episode 50, we putting it out there.
I've heard him say way more gross shit than you'll ever hear on the podcast. So nothing he says on here, he's all acting like, he's like, no, I'm not going to be gross. Bro.
Can we make yeasty a thing?
Yeasties?
Yeah.
Man, that's awful.
Yeah,
that's funny, though.
Let's make that a term. Is yeasty?
Yeasties.
Matter of fact, okay. But anyway.
Every once in a while, a girl gets yeasty,
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. It just happens. Sometimes it just kind of happens.
But, bruh, if you vibing and then you just like, okay. So it took me to have some friend girls, not girlfriends, just girls that happen to be friends. They were like, that ain't right. It's not supposed to be like that. So I was like, ooh, that joint was good. She was like, no, that's a yeasty.
You were like, awesome. How'd you do that? What do you mean how I do that? How'd you do that?
Yeah, I was like bread? I was like, you're so dumb. I was
like, you making bread in there?
Yo.
Sourdough?
Yo. But anyway, actually, I had to look it up because you know me, I'm extra. I did look up yeasty. Yeasty is actually a term, but it's talking about dough. So anyway, I would bring them home. I would vibe. And then, we do what we do. Then it's like, oh, yeah, it didn't work. Whatever. 20s up. Anyway, that's enough for me. That's enough. I ain't gonna dig. But we would do a few activities. Go out, picnic. Yo, have you ever took a girl on a picnic?
Man, we've gone to the park, but not like got the blanket, brought the basket. I've never done that. No. Why
not?
I don't know. I guess I haven't really done a traditional picnic before.
All right. If she's listening, I hope she's not. She might be listening to this episode.
You want to go on a picnic?
Yo, but no. My money friends,
Text
I've
me
heard, they be like, that's the most broken shit you can do. We're going to go to the park.
No, going to walk to the park, go to Quick Trip, buy a bunch of shit, and then go to the park and eat it. Eat it all in quick. That's nasty. That's the stoner picnic.
Yeah, I mean, it is a stoner picnic, but I mean, for me, you know, I'm a Scorpio too, so I have a lean on that a little bit.
Yeah.
So I go out, like, yeah, I got this romantic thing. It's just planned. We're going to do something nice. Go out there, have the picnic, and a vibe, you know, made a vibe. And then, you know, it is what it is. You know, Yeasty Cakes in the building. You know what I mean?
Yeasty Cakes in the building.
Shouts out to Yeasty Cakes.
I want every one of you to go to your girl tonight and be like, "What's up, Yeasty Cakes?" Call her that. I want you to film it and send it to one of us.
Film it.
But like real secretive, like don't show that you're filming it.
Yo,
What's up, Yeasty Cakes? My little yeasty baby.
I just didn't know. But okay. So I tried to. And Sean was like, "Dude, don't get her on the show." I tried.
What?
I don't think it's gonna happen. But the chick that got the little.
I know what you're gonna say. I already knew what you're gonna say. Oh
okay, so I'm gonna try to find a video of it.
Don't. You can look it up. Anybody out there can go look it up.
No, I want them to see it on the pod.
Oh.
I want to help promote her business on the, because there's a lot of ladies that don't have certain assets available.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just want, I want to promote her business. It's promoting love. Not black love, not just black love either.
All
Indian love,
everyone
white love,
yeah, white love.
Mexican love.
Mexican
yes.
love.
Mexicans do
the beautifulest kind of love.
Yo, is it just me?
What?
I'm not trying to say anything racist. It's not racist. But is it just me, or do the Mexicans have like the best like sex life?
Oh yeah, think about it, man. All their soap operas and shit. All like the love stories and shit. I feel like they got way more than we do for sure. Like, and also Spanish is like probably voted the most romantic language. Probably next to French, right?
I can see that.
Like Spanish, you're so macho.
I
feel like it's just more. I don't know. I feel like you could argue that it probably is.
Cause I mean, I'm not even just talking about the TV stuff. I'm talking about like Mexicans being Home Depot. And it be a dude and the girl, it be grabbing on the ass,
damn,
looking at doorknobs. I
didn't know about that. But also, I feel like they're just more spicy people,
Okay.
Like Latinas and shit. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They're just passionate, I guess. I don't know. That's what I would say.
So that group of people would not need this product.
No, they will not.
But
I'm not going to exclude them because then that would be racist.
Shouts out to the product. So, okay, in my weird brain, I'm going to let y'all know. It's grown-ups here. Yeah. It's all grown-ups here we're talking. Yeah. So I saw the girl promoting her products on, I think it was Instagram. Instagram or TikTok? Instagram, I think. Instagram. So she has a solution that she's made up that's supposed to help females with their... Can we say females too? Or do we have to say women? Which one is it? Do you know?
I mean, it's the same thing, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
We got to get... We need a woman. Can we say lady still?
Yeah.
We can still.
Yeah, why not?
No, because I heard that was offensive.
Ladies?
Like lady, female, like one of those are offensive.
Female's a little weird because it's like a scientific term. But like if someone said males, I wouldn't be like, what'd you say? Call me a man. I'd be like, okay, male, that's me.
Okay. Okay, anyway, she came up with a solution to, it's like a lubricant that goes in the woman's private part. Yeah. For her to have healthy sexual relations.
That's great.
Put it that way. So, the promotion of the video, though, the promotion of the product, she got the stuff on her hands, and it just looked like...
looks like a Venus flytrap. It's like...
Looks great.
It's going to eat you.
I was like, yes. I need to buy that product. That product looks great.
For your vagina.
No, not for my vagina. I don't have one.
My vagina.
Okay, so tell me this. This is funny. This is a good one too. And we got some subjects, but I want to
serious subjects.
But if you were in a relationship, right?
If I was.
No, okay, not a relationship, in a marriage.
Oh.
Right? And I think we had that conversation before. and you have an issue with the lubricant being produced naturally, would you not buy the product?
I mean, I suppose, yeah.
Exactly.
I
So
would probably be like, probably some of the variables that I'm going to talk about first, but yeah.
okay.
If it was nothing I'm doing wrong, then yeah.
Okay.
But if it was something I'm doing wrong, then I'll probably just have to.
Well, how would you know?
I'd ask her.
How would she know to tell you?
I would hope she knows to tell me.
A lot of them don't.
That's sad.
A lot of them don't.
You need to rethink your relationship. And then if everything's okay,
Yo.
then go buy the lube.
Okay.
Step one, rethink things.
All right. So, the first pod subject of episode 50. Here you go. Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready? Here we go. All right. So, again, I was scrolling on IG.
Yeah.
And I only scroll like a little bit so I can have something to talk to y'all about. And something interesting came up, right? It's a black dude. And I don't know if he's hood. I don't know nothing about him. But I know about real estate. And I know about assets.
This is already a great pitch. I don't know if he's hood or not, but I do know about real estate.
All right, so, and it's on the page. Have you ever heard of the Shade Room?
Yeah, you taught me about it. Yeah.
So, the video says, man proposes to wife. No, man signs deed off and assets to girlfriend before proposing. Right?
All right.
So all of the money friends, I see a few of my money friends comment, it's got to be the stupidest bastard ever. So like, okay, so it's not just me.
No, that's terrifying.
But I seen black women, white women, other women. It's like, oh, you do it, queen. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's real love. Oh my God, I'm about to cry. So what's your take?
That's real love.
What's your take on
that's
that?
Real love. Huh?
I got my take might sound toxic, so I need yours to water mine down.
Dumb love too. I think that would be some dumb love. I mean, sometimes you love someone so much that you don't think clearly.
But okay, all right. So
to be honest, there's nothing. Okay, like I know what they're saying. There's nothing wrong with that, but financially, dude, yeah, bro, that ain't smart. Because now, before you're even married, she owns half your company.
Exactly.
And who knows what? Even for women doing this, you give some dude you're not even married to half your company, bro.
No, I wouldn't.
What?
I'm sorry.
No.
I love, but I
yeah.
No.
Not a girlfriend or a boyfriend. I mean,
I helped my wife start her own business.
Yeah,
She has her own. She got her own business. I got my own business. We own one together. Like that. No.
Genderless debate here.
Okay.
Either gender, you do this. That's why. Why would you do that? I think it's funny that all the women are like, "That is true love," and then all the guys are like, "What are you doing?"
All right, yo, King, that's problematic, King.
Yeah, everyone's like, bro, that's pretty good, but
okay,
why?
Okay, but I got a few permissibles.
Yeah.
All right, here's a few permissibles.
That's an SAT word. That's a good
I'm
one.
becoming a smart
You're
friend.
coming. There you go. He's saying the big ones now.
All right, so one of the permissibles to me would be he's about to be in some bullshit. Legally, like, some could be, I gotta sign this over right quick. That's it. Get out my name. So
that's what I was saying. It sounded like, it sounds so dumb that it might be a move, actually. Like that,
right.
I feel like that could benefit you in some weird way.
I could see that.
Because it's before you're married.
Right. And she can control the asset if anything happens to you legally that messes you up.
Yeah.
So I can see that. That's one option. I don't really see any other options.
No. Obviously, I asked you too because you know so much about that. But
in the event, okay, because the backstory may have been like, I think they may have get like 10 years or something like that.
Oh, wow. But that's
pretty. That changes it a little bit if that's the case. But for me, I got to see something in paper.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people be engaged for, like, I think Jim Jones, no shots. Jim, please don't come after me. Jim is a real one. Like, he would tear your ass up. But Jim Jones has been engaged to his girlfriend since the beginning of Love and Hip Hop. like the original series.
Wow.
So like early 2000s.
Yeah.
So we rolling up on like 20 years engaged. Stuff like that.
Why?
That's what I'm saying.
That is weird. But some people, because here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's more weird than people who just date for 20 years and never get married. Because some people just don't want to. Some people don't believe in marriage. Some people do not see it as something they have to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, tax-wise, yeah, you get to combine a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know, you get write-offs and whatnot.
Yeah.
That thing that just happened where you get, 200 more just because you're married or whatever that was?
250, I think.
That's right.
I didn't get it, but, you know, whatever.
I didn't even get the one that you get when you're not even married. I don't know where it
That's
is.
Nah, you made too much. Nah, get out of here, boom.
But, like, when you get engaged, that basically means, hey, in like a year, I'm going to marry you.
In my brain, it says
right?
a year. Yeah.
Like, I've known people who get engaged for 6 years, and then when the wife is like, all right, if we don't get married, and we're getting married now. You know, like I think some people propose as a way to be like, oh, I got to give her something because we're dating, but I don't really want to get married yet. So I'll just propose, and then I'll wait 6 years
it's like
to get married.
Attendance appreciation.
Yeah.
Attendance certificate. Here you go. Okay.
Which to me, no, if I propose to you, then that means in a year's time or whenever we set, it's gonna happen.
Okay.
Or if if I propose and then COVID happened, then I can understand waiting 2 to 3 years to just wait till all that shit was done.
Listen, one of our friends, shouts out to Shanita and Brian. Hey, let me give him a clap, man. Woo. Listen, Shanita's a boss, and Brian's a boss. And they were like, yeah, okay, COVID's here, but we'll just get married virtually. They sent us the request, whatever it is, and they got married on Zoom, and it was cool. Like, it was a vibe.
Our same, coworker that we just mentioned earlier in this podcast, he got married during COVID.
But I still can't. Like, I'm not gonna sign no assets over.
No,
I'm not. Like,
and scary.
And even in that, and y'all can judge me if y'all want to. I don't care. But I think it's important for us men or whoever's the dominant financial person in a relationship, teach the other person what it is before you sign off on stuff.
Yeah. Because
they need to know. Like, okay, for instance, and we're gonna talk about the shootings and stuff too. But say for instance, something you at work. And some wild, crazy motherfucker come through, pop, 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 pop. Yeah. You're done. Your spouse don't even know how to handle the asset that she just acquired.
That's huge, yeah. I know a good couple people who, same thing. Like, if your partner dies, you are fucked.
Right.
You don't know how to do anything.
And for me, no, that's not acceptable. So I think men, fellas, hey, I know how y'all feel. A lot of dudes get off on being dominant. You know that, right?
Yeah. Knowing everything.
Like controlling the whole situation. I'm not one of them. Like,
that's too much work.
It is a lot of work.
It's too much. I don't know. What's the point? Like, don't you want your wife to know as much as you do? Because then that's a lot less stress off you.
Some of them don't look at it that way.
That sounds stressful.
Because I think, some dudes have been so toxic where you've done a lot of bullshit. And then you're like, she knows this, then she might leave me, and now.
That's mad. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
That's mad true. Some people really do hold on to like anything they can because they have so much bullshit.
Yeah,
that they're like, oh man, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that might be some of the case with some of those relationships. But yeah, not me. Like, I want mine to know everything. Like, know how to shoot the gun.
Yeah.
Know how to handle the mutual funds. Know how to handle all our investments.
Playing music.
Shoot some content.
Right, man.
Oh, this motherfucker just died. Look at him. What do you think about people that cry on camera?
Oh, man. Okay, so I saw a TikTok one time and they were making fun of it where this girl's pet snake died, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was clear that she literally set up a camera, a backlight, and everything, and to hit record to pick up the snake and cry. It's like, that's so weird. You literally set up everything. You're like, did your makeup, but
this weird.
You're like, that's great. Then start crying. I'm like, that is weird. We live in a time where people are so narcissistic. It's crazy. Like, you go on TikTok lives, they're just sitting there, literally like just looking at themselves in the live, just like 'cause they know they're hot, and I'm like, and people are just like, you're so beautiful, I love you, and I just skate through all these lives, and I'm like, how many people are just doing this? It's crazy.
That brings me to a subject, not even a subject, but a statement that Shan's made. Shouts out to Shan's at Social Proof Podcast. He made a statement saying a lot of people create content for the reward. What do you call it?
Self-gratification?
Yeah, not self-gratification, the scientific word for it.
Oh.
Like when it releases
Serotonin.
Serotonin. And he's like, are you doing content? Because you want to get the likes, you want to get comments. Oh, they didn't.
No,
and if if the post doesn't do good, you erase it because nobody liked it. And I'm just like,
well, I feel like you can do that. I feel like I would do that too, just because I'm pretty like social media self-conscious. I don't know what to post. Like, you look at my stuff, I have nothing because I don't know what to post. You know, I don't post stuff for serotonin. Otherwise, I'd be posting stuff all the time, and I don't.
Okay.
You know, so I'm not looking for that hit. I just don't know what to post. It's like you don't know the game, so you don't want to play.
Yeah.
It's like that. Like, you're just gonna embarrass yourself. That's kind of why I don't do too much, because
you need to post though.
I know I need to. I'm like, what am I gonna?
Ladies, Sean is kind of taken right now, so he will be posting something. It might be relationship stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
It might be so. You know.
Probably not. I won't post anything.
He's messing up stock for the business, but it's
my stock.
Both of us can't be taken.
That's so more people own my shares, and that's what my stock went down. Wow.
No, I'm playing. I'm sorry. I'm playing. It's a joke.
That's funny,
a joke.
Though. I like that.
All right. So we both say that's a no-go. We're not gonna propose and give you the deed to our house before. Because you might be like, yeah, you know what? I don't want to get married. I own your shit.
Yo, even if if we get married, both of us get married, both of us have a house. I don't want to own your house, and vice versa. I don't want you to own mine. I guess if we have to decide who gets to move into whose, I guess just who's got the better house.
The funny thing is, you say that Storm. Shouts out to Storm Leroy. Storm made a post talking about, well, if he advised everybody before they get married own houses, separately.
I agree.
And then when you get together, you buy a third house for both of y'all. But now the two houses y'all bought separately pays for this big house that y'all bought together.
That sounds just rent them out. That's just smart.
Makes perfect sense.
The more you own as a unit as well, The
women was like, I don't know why you would say that. No, we gonna own this. Like, just
what do you mean? That's smart.
It's very smart.
Because they don't have to do it. Is that why?
I don't know. I want to give the women a little bit more credit.
Yeah. Well, it's not giving them not credit, but I would say it's a fact that less women care about buying a home. It's usually a man thing. Maybe.
They're going to tell your ass.
Maybe back then. Maybe not anymore.
Yeah, back then I can say this.
It's definitely changing, but
I wonder,
because it was impressive when a dude has his own house, he's got his shit together, and the woman would always move in.
Right. That's
what I'm saying. Back then, that's what I'm saying. Back then, it was definitely the case. Maybe not anymore.
Okay. I'm trying not to open up the bag of worms. So
girl, I'm talking to, she's gonna get her own house.
Okay. So cool. Yeah. So in the event that we go to the gender roles.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of, I'm going to say, women that are for marriages and all that stuff are saying, well, women, y'all messing yourselves up by embodying these testosterone-driven characteristics.
That's actually, I've been hearing that debate a lot.
Right?
It's true. The more women
so
are
you
becoming,
agree?
Oh yeah, women are becoming more manly. Women are definitely becoming the men, for sure.
Okay.
Think about it, I mean, from everything you just said, which, in a way, I don't know. You can't say it's wrong.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's like you're definitely gonna mess up every kind of like dynamic that was not set in stone, but every dynamic that has worked for 1,000 years.
Right.
you're gonna really switch things up, which I think is what happened so far. If we look at the country, it's real whack right now, especially with dating and gender roles.
It is. Okay. With the gender roles. Because my little cousin, shouts out to my little cousin, Nikki. You know, she was down here last week. She goes to Chapel Hill. She's studying to be a doctor. Hey, look, I'm
That's
proud.
cool.
I'm proud. Look.
That's hard.
I got to give a clap before I say something unruly.
How many years of school is that?
That's mad years.
That's insane. I could not do that.
But part of, and this is a two-part statement, but one of those were the gender roles and the was it gentrification, right? I'm the wrong one to talk about gentrification too, cause she was like, well, it's bad because you're gonna get, you know, all the other people white and everybody else to move into the neighborhood, and all the black people that stayed there just got to move. Like they're displaced out of their homes. I was like, no.
Why would they be?
I disagree.
If anything, their home value will go up.
And that's what I said.
Now the renters will be fucked, me included. I was just a renter a year ago. Mm-hmm. I would have been fucked. Can I say I was gentrified?
No,
exactly.
But what I said to her, I said, okay, morph yourself into me. Say, 38-year-old you, would you want to be in a neighborhood where there's something always happening, violence, some bullshit, kids taken,
regardless of the race,
rape, anything? Would you want to be in that neighborhood? She's like, no. I was like, oh, okay. But would you want to be in a neighborhood where people are riding bikes and walking trails and shit look beautiful, everybody keep their yards and stuff up? You want to be in that neighborhood, right? She's like, maybe. I was like, yeah, you do. I was like, and you make $100,000 plus a year. You wouldn't want to be in a neighborhood that's run down. You want some fly shit. Mm-hmm. And you got a Benz now. You got, you know.
You don't want someone breaking into
You don't want
that.
nobody doing that.
No.
She's like, I said, yeah, it feels different when you think.
College will pump you full of so much lies, man. Just to, like I said before, I don't even know what the point is, man. Because they call it, they call it gentrification. When it's not even, it's funny that they say white people because it's not even white people.
No,
you got tons of rich black people who come in and totally change neighborhoods to make it, build it up, which is fine. But then they call it white flight when we move out of like bad neighborhoods if we're white.
I've never heard that. That's a good
term. To me, I'm like, isn't that kind of racist towards like you saying what black people will just stay in a horrible neighborhood? You say they won't move to find something better? Why? I know tons of black people who have moved to find something better.
But my response to that was, I said, okay. I said, when I first got my property, the first one, I said that was my payment, my tax payment on that property was $700, right? Now it's close to like $4,000, like $100 off of $4,000, right?
Yeah.
But I see speed bumps in the road. I see the nice, beautiful landscaping shit in the middle of the medians.
They pave your road like once a month.
You know what I mean?
They pave your road. If you look at every road outside his road, it's all like cracked and bumpy. But you get to hear this glide.
Yeah,
right
just
through.
glide,
Like
glide.
Some county commissioner lives on this road.
So the thing is, it's like, okay, well, if this is the result of gentrification, give it here. Let me get it.
Yeah.
But the people, and I gave her another example. I said, okay, well, if you look, it's still a lot of older black people that stay in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And I said, the difference is, like next door, before he passed not long ago, but he was a veterinarian.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that means there was a little bit of money there. He had family vacations.
A good bit, yeah.
Wasn't, shit went down. He had money to handle all that. They still stay in their house. Mm-hmm. What's the difference?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? What's the difference?
I think it is a made-up thing to get people, maybe to get black people to just stay where they are. I don't think that's right.
I do.
And then to blame it on just whatever. I mean, you said when more wealthy people move in, buy the old kind of rundown houses, renovate them, what happens to every other house on the street? It goes up, right?
Goes up, yeah.
How is that a bad thing?
It's only bad if you didn't get to the point of leveling up.
That's true.
Like if you didn't level up somewhere, like say for instance, if you became a maintenance worker, right, and you stay at the $30,000 range, right, for life, you never go up, you never do anything big. then voila. That's
Yeah.
how you get the people that get booted out.
You can't be mad at someone else.
No, you can't
gotta
be
be
mad.
mad at yourself for not, maybe not be mad at yourself, but you got to sit there and be like, this is just what it is because I did not pay attention to the wave.
Exactly.
You know, when
exactly.
you get hit in the face by the wave, you can blame the water. You can just blame the ocean. That's how it works. That's how it works.
That's
you
a part of it.
Yeah.
So, we had that nice conversation. She was like, well, I guess. And it kind of ended on a cliffhanger. But
Innocent. It's an innocent question.
But how many, going back to the relationship, how many dudes have those type of conversations with their significant other? So it's not all flu and fluffy clouds. Like, no, see the business behind the movement.
Question with not even, I think, significant others, with friends, man.
True.
You just got to spread, you got to get out of this weird bias that college likes to put students in, man. I've seen it all the time. I was just talking with a girl last night. I was like, 'cause some of her friends say the damnedest weird shit that they get from college, and you're like, how do these people think normally?
Exactly.
How do you, what? But yeah, I think it's good to just not educate people, but get them talking about, like, why do you think that, and why do you think that is a fact?
And my second question to her was, and you know me, I ain't gonna say I love money because I'm a Christian. Like, that's wrong to say. You don't love money. You appreciate money and the things money can do. But I said, so you going to school to be a doctor? She's like, yeah, excited. I'm in UNC Chapel Hill. Shots out where Michael Jordan went. You know what I mean?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, that's where Jordan went.
That's pretty cool.
And I was like, well, do you want to be a doctor because you want to be a doctor? Or do you want to be a doctor because you want to get the income from a doctor?
That's literally what I just told her last night.
She was like this.
About that,
Because I said the difference is, I said, okay. I said, technically, I made your doctor's salary already. I've done it a few times. I'm not a doctor. I didn't, you technically just be starting work in your 30s.
That's the thing, too. When you're done with all the school, you start your career when some people have already had 10 years plus in theirs.
Right. So I said, okay, well, for me, I just, I love secondary income, like setting yourself up. I said, so what would make you be a doctor if you're already making $100,000 off the internet?
Yeah.
You still gonna be a doctor? Are you?
That's what I'm saying. You gotta
change your mind, or like.
Yeah.
So she was like, I was like, nobody's ever asked you this, but I like provoking questions.
That is so damn true. You know how many people go into their career without really even wondering, do I like what I'm doing? Do I genuinely want to do this? Or are you just doing it because your parents were like, you need to be a doctor?
You need to be a doctor.
You need to be a doctor.
So I told her, I was like, well, I want people to follow the passion as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing you're going to be happy. You can be a doctor making $300,000, $400,000 a year, and you're going to be miserable.
Yeah.
Making $300,000, $400,000, seeing sick, because your day is consistent of seeing sick people. And if you don't have a heart for that, then
it's like, being a vet, some vets put down more dogs than they save.
Yeah.
That has to hurt.
Yeah.
And they can't tell you that before you become a vet, I'm sure. And then you become a vet, and you know all the trades and the tools. I know how to save all these dogs. But then you realize most owners are like, how much is that going to be?
Right.
No.
Put them down.
It's cheaper to put them down. And that is horrible. That is horrible.
They ain't going to put that part out there.
Like, can you imagine being a doctor with kids?
No.
I
couldn't do it.
When a kid dies, that'd fuck me up more than if, like, a grown, an older.
Yeah.
That would fuck me up.
Easily.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just a lot of good things to ask about. I'm not gonna recap my weekend. Yeah, I'm not gonna go back to that. We're good. I've already talked to Sean about that.
Bullshit.
That's off camera. That's an off camera conversation. But now
we can talk about themes. We can talk about
No, not at all.
That one's off limits. Not even on the Patreon. That one's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
That one's in the brain.
It's a wrap.
It's in the memory banks.
So, the teachers, all right, and I had the subject. It just says teachers carry guns. All right.
Yeah.
In the cases of, and I can get my whole conspiracy theorist bag. Somebody that's very educated told me something though. They said, if you think something and you want to kind of write it off to be conspiracy, you're probably 100% correct. But
I believe it.
You've been taught to disregard your what is it called, neural something, like the part of your brain that tells you this is wrong, this is real, this is
100%. We've totally been conditioned as people to just do the wrong thing and to just believe completely whatever we're told, for sure. Like, man, ancestral brain in us right now, like, we wouldn't be doing any of this shit. Think about it. I was talking to my, our hunter friends at work.
Yeah.
Who do eat a lot of what they go and hunt, I'm 24 years old. I have never eaten something that I've killed. I have never gone out, killed something to eat. 100 years ago, they'd slap me. They'd be like, they'd be like, are you a king or something? You've never eaten anything you've killed? No way. Like, maybe not 100 years ago, a couple hundred.
Yeah.
But still, they'd be like, what? For really? Well, you've gone, I'm sure you've gone to a butcher. I've never been to a butcher. I've never seen a guy.
I've been to a butcher
kill
shop.
I've been to a butcher shop, but I've
never seen it killed.
Like, I'm sure most kids by that time, by like 12, have shot something and then eaten it because like the dad or mom, whoever wanted them to know how to do that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'd go. There was no Kroger. You'd go and get your meat from the butcher.
Yeah.
Or you'd go and get your wheat or whatever you need, like, from the market.
I'm trying to think. In the 90s. In the 80s and the 90s, I'm sure we had the meat at the store, like at the grocery store.
Mm.
But I don't remember my grandparents or my mom getting meat from the grocery store. They always went to the butcher. It was a.
You should.
It's
I
a
really
meat.
Think you
It
should.
was a butcher shop on Liberty Street in Winston-Salem, and there's one on Walltown. I think Maxwell just bought that one.
Okay.
And made it. He's making it something. But we went to the butcher shop. She'll order, let me get 3 pounds of meat for this, bacon, whatever. And he packages it up, like shaves it off, packages it up, gives it to her. And that's how I remember meat being purchased.
Man.
Now, you go to the grocery store, it's like big farm, big business done bought all that stuff. Like,
It's wild.
So I think, okay, but I'll say, condolences to all the parents that lost the students.
Yeah.
It's in Texas. I don't know the.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't get the specific. All I know is what happened.
That one and the one in New York.
Yeah.
I want people to get an understanding of. We talked about this. And I hate being right about this stuff.
Yeah.
But we talked about this towards, I'm gonna say, the end of last year, where we were talking about how a lot of people are gonna start needing some type of mental health checkup, something, therapy or something.
People going crazy, yeah.
Because you just been in the house for 2 years.
Look at it this way: we've had guns for 100 years, right? And I'm only saying 100 years. I know we've had guns more than 100 years. We've had guns that could go out in a crowd and kill a good couple people for 100 years.
Right.
We had pistols back then. Revolvers have at least 6-9 shots. You know, you could hit 9 people.
Yeah.
Right, and you could have you could carry multiple guns. There were shotguns back then in the 40s, right? World War II. We definitely have developed it. And guns were way more accessible than they are now. Back then, why were there not mass shootings back then? There wasn't. There was like maybe one a couple years.
Yeah.
Now there's like 60
It's back to back.
a year. That's what I'm saying. It's not a gun problem. It's people.
It is people.
It's a mental health problem. The more afraid of guns we get, the more they're going to control us, and not the other way around. The more you're afraid and terrified of guns. I watched a little. I forget where this was. I feel like so bad that we can't quote the things that we watch, because I would love to put a link and like give them their credit, but I don't even know where I saw this. I think it was on Instagram. But this guy would go to people's houses who, like, in their front yards, they voted for like whoever, who they know are for gun control. And they go and be like, hey, can we put this sign in your yard? It's for anti-gun. And he's like, what does it say? It's like, well, it says this is a gun-free zone. The guy's like, I don't want that in my yard. I don't want
why
people.
not?
I don't want people to know I don't have guns. It's like,
why not?
Well, why wouldn't? Well, you voted for no. Yeah, well, I think there should be more control. Well, then this is okay, right? Why do schools say gun-free zone? Do you think the criminal's gonna go, dang it, darn,
No.
shoot, I gotta leave mine at home. I was gonna kill so many people today, but it's a gun-free zone. I can't bring it. The guy's gonna bring it in anyway.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have people who are like, well, if we banned them on a massive scale, then they're still gonna find a way to get it.
Still
dude.
gonna find it.
I just watched the video. It was like one of those live leak videos in New York. Some dude just walking down the, sidewalk. Some lady standing back out of a store. Guy just stabs her in the back. Lady's like, he just walks off. If they're not gonna get guns, they're gonna. What do you think in England, man? There's so many stabbings in England. You can't have guns in England. So what do? They find other ways to kill people.
Yeah.
You get the thing in I don't know the Bisbee word is either Brexton or Brighton. I forget where it was.
Is it at?
The guy, like 5 people got stabbed in a crowd because you can see the knives don't make noise. I don't know if you didn't know that. So you can go.
You said, I don't know if you know that.
You can stab like you walk down a hallway in school. This has happened before too. Might not have been majorly publicized.
We're not giving ideas
Because it wasn't a gun. No, this already happened. This is an idea. Kid walked down the hallway. He stabbed at least like 10 people because you don't know. You're in a crowded hallway.
Yeah.
If someone just dips down, like, oh man, you gonna puke? What's wrong, man? You didn't know he just got slit open. And by the time the kid made it down the hallway, I think he got like 11 people.
Wow.
I don't think anyone died because it is a knife wound. Guns probably do a lot more damage.
Yeah.
Maybe this kid wasn't stabbing to kill. Maybe he just is a psychopath.
It's weird, dude.
But banning guns isn't going to do anything, dude. Evil people and mentally messed up people are going to find some other way to, I don't know what it is, if they're venting their frustration or they're just maniacal, but they're going to find another way to hurt people.
And so, I think when you went with me to get the little pistol,
yeah,
I was not geeked out, but I was weird. It was like a weird vibe. I'm like, I literally just on my lunch break,
yeah,
go to the pawn shop and say, yeah, I like that gun right there. Take it out the case. I look at it like, yeah, I like it. Like, Sean, what you think? You think this dude? Sean like, yeah, he got a safety right here. He knows more about guns than me.
I don't know much though.
And cashed out, walked out the store, just like that.
I will say, but think about it this way: you're a 38-year-old man,
Okay.
married with kids. You've also bought a gun before.
Okay.
So your background check came back way faster because they were like, this dude already has a shotgun. What's a pistol added to his arsenal gonna do? Because this was the first gun you've ever gotten.
Yeah, the shotgun did take a long time.
And you have no paper trail. It's probably gonna take you a lot longer. Plus, you got it. Was it like a 208 or what was the
380?
380. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's you got to be like within 10 feet to shoot somebody with a 280. Sorry, 380. Yeah. But
okay.
like, bruh.
It's just
I think if it was a 45, I'm sure that might have taken a little longer.
I might try it. Might go look for because I just want to understand, like, okay, if they are running background checks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can get a gun at any age, right? Or is it 18?
No, you need to be a certain age to get a gun.
Okay. So I'll look it up.
It's 18. I think it's 18.
Okay. So
but even when you're 18, I think state line laws might be different. You're 38. I don't think it applies to you. You're a lot older.
Okay.
But I mean, you could say the case. It is weird that you got to be 21 to drink, but you could be 18.
Yes, 18
to handle a firearm. I mean, first off, I don't think 21 should be the drinking age at all. You got 16-year-olds in Germany going to clubs drinking. Yeah. 16. It's 16 in Germany. That's wild. I remember with my British friends, because I grew up online, gaming and stuff. I had British friends. And they'd be like, "Yeah, we went to the club last night." I'm like, "What the fuck? What do you mean?"
And they 16?
They're 18. No, in England it's 18. But they would go to the club and they would party in clubs at 18. I was like, "That's
drink and do whatever."
Yeah, which we still do here. You got kids who got fake licenses and shit, but I'm just saying, since it's legal over there, you have like all 18-year-olds over there.
So And then the second part of that, like I said, they were like, well, should teachers have guns? I'm like, of course.
I don't see why not.
If they have been vetted.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part of the conversation that I want to nail. Like, if the vetting process is kind of not that good.
That's the thing. If the government takes control of the vetting process, then they can determine who gets a gun and who doesn't. To me, that is the same thing as that's not right to arms. You know, you can't, you shouldn't do that. But in this day and age, people are fucking crazy. In this day and age, people are so mentally ill.
But that's not going to be on nobody's case, though.
Yeah.
Like if you research, all right, and I'm going off of what I've seen, the trend between the people that shoot everybody, not just white. I'm talking about everybody.
Yeah, none of them are happy people.
But that's not going to be on your profile when they go register for a gun. It's not going to say this person is mentally ill. This person has this type of. It's just going to say this person is well-being, is not handicapped, owns a license, stays at this house, whatever. Voila, you get a gun. Yeah. It ain't got nothing to do with your mental ability.
I think the thing is it's such a problem that has so many variables, and people are trying to solve it with one answer. You can't solve a multivariable question with one answer. And their answer is just ban guns. Like, that is the last thing we need to do. Yeah. Say like you have a little 5'2" girl, you know, who's being harassed or something, who's being stalked, and she can't go get a restraining order because the police require what is it? Like no, he has to perpetuate violence in a way for us to give you a restraining order. Right now he hasn't done anything, so you can't. Now she has to wait a week to get a gun. Meanwhile, he's outside her house every day with his, like,
yeah,
bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, no, I'd rather not wait for my girl who's 5'1" to get, wait a week to get a gun or something. There's so many variables and so many different scenarios in life where, like, I'm sure you go on Twitter, you open that wound, you could see tons of people who were like, if I didn't have a gun the day I got it, I would have been dead by now. Or if I wasn't able to get a gun because of whatever. I mean, I don't think if you, prisoners who've been convicted for federal crimes, they can't get a gun, right?
Yeah, you can't get a gun. You can't carry either. And you can't be around people that has guns. And it's like a bunch of red tape, but I ain't putting y'all out there because some of them listen to the pod. But most of the ones that has lived that life, they got guns.
Oh, yeah.
Or they're around somebody that got it.
You see, and that's what I'm saying. Bro, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you ban guns or not. Even if you make the, what we just said, you make the requirements so restricted, that means someone has a gun. And if someone has a gun, they'll find a way to get other people guns. It's not going to, Like, because the one claim would be like, he bought the gun the same day that he killed all those people. It's like, yeah, because you're just able to. If you weren't, then the headline would be, he got the gun the week of, because you're able to. And then we ban that. He got the gun from a neighbor who was able to get a gun. No matter what the headline is, dude, this guy's going to find a way to get a gun if he wants to kill a giant group of people. So banning all guns isn't going to do anything. You're just going to let... Shit, at the border. We've now seen cartel breach the border now.
Yep.
Cartel is
a few times.
So they're bringing plenty of guns. If you ban all of our guns, what, the cartel's just going to steamroll
but
all
my
the towns?
my question will always remain, okay, if people are able to get guns and we make them in the US, they make them in Germany, they make them in China, whatever, right? That's not stopping nobody. They're gonna if they don't get it from them, they're just gonna get it from over there.
Yep. I'm thinking of it this way too, because Germany with HK, I usually like HK guns, but you can't get. I don't think you can get them in America unless it's for like a learning purpose or like an arms deal with our government. Because I don't think civilians can buy them if they're outside of the country.
What's that?
HK is just their brand.
Okay. Yeah.
So like you could do a bunch of stuff to make sure people don't get your guns, but they're gonna find a different gun. High Point, man, High Points are like $40. You could go buy a High Point from some dude on the street for $40.
Oh, that's the one you said is like trash. Like
they
you
find them in rivers all the time because they're so like bonk, man. They're awful, but they look fake. because of how shit they are. But yeah, like I think I don't know if it's true anymore, but I think at one point most of like the hit and run armed robberies or just quick crimes were committed by High Point because they're just cheap. They're cheap and they probably won't last you like
more than
20 clips. You know, it's because they're just really poorly made, but they're cheaper too. No one goes and buys a 6R to go commit a felon. That's an expensive gun. So
I think what was the other thing? You said a lot of the same crimes have been committed with AR. AR-15s is what it is.
It is weird, but I think about it. It's just the rifle right now that is a pretty decent rifle. It's the one that is still not easy. I wouldn't say easy to get, but it's the one that you can go buy. So you know, because they've been with how many? Because they put so many restrictions on so many rifles. The AR-15 has a bunch of restrictions on it, but it's still the one that you can go get legally without having any kind of special licenses or stuff.
Okay, so let's say this. Under what conditions or what context should shit like that be used? Like that big shit, like hunting, like they do. Like
what context?
Because I can't, like, of course, when you think of a pistol, you think of a shotgun, like it's home defense, right?
Think of a perfect world where no one was mentally ill. Nobody wanted to go into a crowd and kill a bunch of people. Mm-hmm. The whole point of the Second Amendment, and this is like written in stone, this is libertarian coming out of me, but like the whole point is to have the same level of weaponry that whoever your government has or tyranny has outside your country, that if they were to come in and try to take it, we wouldn't get red dawned. You know, we would have the same amount of weaponry as they do, so you literally couldn't take our country. That was the whole point.
That was the point of
it's basically to keep the people so free that not even their own government could take control of them because they have the same weaponry that they do. Okay. So really, all of this stuff right now is past infringing on our Second Amendment. Our Second Amendment has already been so infringed on. But for a world that we live in now where people are so sick that they will go do crazy shit like that, you know, we've been conditioned to be like, well, all right, I can see why that's banned. No one needs an AK, right? What if your government what if North Korea just invades one day? And I got my little High Point and it breaks. while they shoot me down with a, I don't know, you know, with fully automatic, no recoil, I'm dead. And our government's just like,
lost one.
I don't know. You know, who knows? Our government falls. But that's exactly, I know it's a movie, but that's what happened in Red Dawn. Okay. Is our government immediately fell when they invaded. So then it was up to the people to fight the oncoming invasion. So if we have nothing, if all guns have been banned, and we have nothing, mainly it's so crazy that this day and age, it's not even, because the Second Amendment was about being as protected as we are, as long as with our army, to help our army and everybody repel the invasion. But now in this day and age, we're actually worried about our own government taking us over, which they thought about that too. That's written in the Second Amendment. It's at the very end. It's like, we can repel any oncoming invasion, even our own government, if they do try to take us over. We would be able to fight back. And look who's calling for all they're vultures, man. Anytime a horrible event like this happens, they go, sweet. We need to get rid of guns, guys. I'm like, you sick fuck. Kids just died today. Like, can you take a sec?
So, okay, all of this also takes me to, and this is the conspiracy side, and I know we up on the hour, wow. But this is the conspiracy side of it. If this happened, right? News clipping. Yeah. Then the one before that happened with the in Jersey where the guy goes in the grocery store, shoots all the black people.
Yeah.
Only he screams white power, whatever he screams.
Dude's sick.
Then another one happens over here where you show the cop shooting the dude behind. And then we got the was it Geiger? Not Geiger, who just had the court case that everybody's publicizing?
Oh, Depp?
Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
You got the court case. She loses $5 million. Then they joking about the You know, she lost $8 million and it's a joke and all this stuff. All of this shit's crowding, right?
Oh yeah, it's all.
But what's behind that? What's being covered up?
I know the WHO during the DEP thing that the WHO had that medical sovereignty thing they were doing. But I think Canada already signed it. Also, Canada signed that like I think you can't even have handguns now.
Really?
Yeah. This is the Trudeau empire now. that dude is hella dictator, man. So they have no guns now. I think they do, but I think you can't buy them now. Something like that. I don't know if this is why we need fact checkers.
Okay, yeah,
I know they just did something.
Fact checkers, we want to hire you.
Yeah.
Come through. Send your resume.
I forget the headline, but dude, that little weasel, man. I'm so sorry for any Canadians out there who now feel like they're just totally at the whim of the UN and Canada.
Let's see.
But the whole WHO medical sovereignty thing basically means that no matter who we elect to represent our country, to represent the laws, they have to listen to WHO, World Health Organization, whatever they want us to do.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever they want us to do. They want us to mandate us to get certain things, wear certain things, basically live a life. Lockdown, our senators or president can't do anything. They go, oh, we will listen. Whole country lockdown if WHO demands it. That's not right. I'm sorry, but whoever we elect should, which it's not even happening now. Whoever we elect doesn't even matter, I feel like, at this point. But still, whoever we elect should represent the majority of the people who elected them into, wherever they are from, where they're elected, with 2 senators per state, and how it is.
Yeah.
So,
I can't get no definite answer for the gun law thing. I got a friend that actually stays in Canada. I asked him. I might get him on the pod.
We need a Canadian segment for the pod. I like Canadians. I mean, it's fun.
Okay, so even with that, all right, I didn't want to go there, but I like Canadians. But is it American appropriation?
What? Oh, to have your government hate you? Yeah, it's really appropriation. You're taking our shtick, all right? That's an American thing.
But yeah, let's get the teachers what they need to protect our kids.
I don't see anything wrong with that. You have teachers who are volunteering to do it. Also, what about retired vets? You have retired vets who could easily just sit out, on the exits of schools, just chilling. That would give them jobs too.
I think they're doing the whole idea of they only have one way in, one way out now too. They're trying to do that.
Okay.
And
that's cool. It's a little annoying because I remember in my school we had trailers on the outside of the school because we had so many kids that our school kept having to add these big trailers because they just didn't think that, I guess, West Forsyth was going to get that many kids. So we had huge trailers on the outside, and I had to bolt it. I had to run from one trailer to the other end of the school property just to get to my next class because they started doing that thing where it was only 2 exits, and I was like, this is some bullshit.
So you grew up in the 2 exit time.
Kind of. I grew up when that was implemented, I think my senior year.
Okay.
So I got out of school when all this crazy shit was starting to happen.
But that's the thing. Even when I was in school, none of that stuff happened.
No.
It was chill.
That's what I'm saying.
You had a few kids.
What kind of guns did you have back then? You had AKs back then, bro.
Yeah.
You had plenty of shit that people could have used to do that, and they just didn't.
I will say, though, I think a lot of the neighborhoods and a lot of the parents and the elders kept each other accountable. Like, they didn't just let random shit happen. But I think what's happening now, everybody's like this.
Yeah, nobody wants to be.
Everybody's doing this.
And nobody wants to be accountable for anything. Or hold other people accountable because it hurt feelings. I don't want to mess that up. That would really it leads us back to what we were saying, bro. You got to tell your friend if they're fucking up.
Yeah.
And if your friend says some crazy shit, you're like, where'd you hear that, man?
Keep them accountable, man.
It shouldn't hurt their feelings if someone makes you accountable. I love it. My friends are all blunt as fuck.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do too.
I think that's great.
The funny thing is, I told Tracy, we had a conversation. It was probably a couple of days ago. So we were talking about the wheat farm thing.
I can't wait for that.
And it's gonna be dope. But I was telling her, I said, I appreciated you immediately when you came in because you called stuff out that I need to pull up on. And it's like, you misspelled. And I tell y'all this all the time on the pod. I'm not a speller. I'm just not. I know numbers.
Me neither.
I can count the bag. But oh yeah, shouts out to my shirts. Look,
Yeah.
we got the Mad Lucrative shirts. What's this one?
I gotta wash mine.
Wealth, more than a bag.
I got the No More Starving Artist one, right?
Shine has No More Starving Artist.
I'll wear it next pod.
Yes.
It'll be washed.
But we have merch. It's all in the bottom in the content. So go ahead and get a t-shirt. It's hot. It's hot outside.
They're actually nice shirts.
Yeah.
They're not bad. They're like well made. We didn't go cheap.
It wasn't cheap. Wasn't super cheap. But I told her, I said, I appreciate you telling me, no, you need to spell check this. Or the color don't look all that good on this. You maybe change the color. Or maybe do this. Because I think, for me, in business world, I want to be able to always compete, right? I don't want to compete with other podcasters. I want to compete with like CBS.
That's healthy. That's healthy to want to, even if they're gods. You should want to compete to get up there,
right?
Because it's like if I keep competing, I will get up there.
But for the new generation, correction sounds like bullying.
It does.
And I want them.
And it ain't even correcting. It's just sharing. Like, well, hey, here's what I know. Here's what I have come to know, and I have a little more concrete reason to why that I think is the right answer. Not trying to say that's the thing. If your friend corrects you, he's not calling you stupid. He's just like you learned something that you thought was, anytime someone learns something, they take it as true.
Right.
Especially from a credible source, which really aren't credible nowadays.
Yeah, because Shade Room is not credible. I'm sorry. Like all of these other, I was about to say Fox.
People go on Twitter and whatever they see they think is true. You can't, man. It's Twitter.
And even like Wikipedia. Yo, it's where we are right now in the world where we call credible sources.
Yeah.
Is weird.
I could go on Wikipedia right now and say Abe Lincoln had a dog named Goo Goo Goo, whatever. Like, and if someone didn't catch it for like a year, it would still be there.
That's right.
Or if someone also Wikipedia is majority opinion. It ain't fact. It's majority opinion. So if someone wants to correct it, and the majority of the people go, no, we don't want your fact. We're gonna keep our fact. This is what actually happened. That's literally what Twitter is. They say Twitter is like 95%. Just like one-sided, biased. They do not like free speech. They do not like you. They want what they want on their app, and that's it.
Yeah, it's a weird space where we at, man. And I hope enough of the OGs are like, yo, no, y'all need to get this together, cause I don't think it's necessary for a lot of the people that we call mentally ill. Okay, so this is how I look at it. A lot of I don't want to just say shooting shit, just in relationships and being a human.
Yeah.
Thinking properly. A lot of people are just off balance. They don't have it.
I'm not trying to say mentally ill people are like lesser people or they're like, Cro-Magnon. I'm just saying anybody can get mentally infected, man. Anybody can. You have one bad year and you get thrown for a loop. Yeah. You lose everything. You could develop a mental illness.
You really can.
That's not saying you're a lesser person. That's why everybody should go get help. I'm just saying it's so prevalent now. It's like everyone has one. It's almost like people on Instagram brag about their mental illness. It's like, what the fuck?
When I see certain pictures and it's a friend of ours. I'm not going to say no names. But I saw him starting to post, people need to respect my number. If I say I'm charging this, I'm gonna charge this, right? That's about a month ago. And I said, I know where he is. I've been there before. So then, last week, I saw him. He's like, I'm selling some of my equipment, this and that. If I want to buy some equipment. I was like, when creatives get into the space of, I'm gonna just get rid of this, whatever, fuck it, I ain't doing it no more, whatever. Or you don't want to pay my price, whatever, this and that, is because they didn't figure out how to do something to sustain them through the process. And I know what it's like because I've been there. But I was just like, I hope that he gets in a certain space mentally where he can just take the hits. Because you're going to get hit. Like, everything about the entertainment business is hidden. Like, you're going to get slapped. Yeah. You might get fucked. Low pause.
No, but you might.
You might. And it's just like, okay, how are you dealing with that?
Yeah.
You got to know how to deal with it.
Weed.
I'm not an advocate of guns or weed. Well, maybe
Those two things sound amazing.
Guns and weed sound amazing.
Better than guns and alcohol. The guns and weed is fine.
But yeah.
I don't think anybody on weed is like, I'm gonna go kill that.
No, they're not.
Some guys we like, oh, bro, can you shoot that thing from over there? Guns and alcohol,
bro.
No, bro. That's far, bro.
And we had a few things. I wanted to talk about the feud and stuff, Monique feud, but no, we ain't got to touch that today. I wanted to talk about the manifestors, but we didn't touch that one today. So we might bring those back next week.
Yeah.
Just so y'all can understand some of our take, because some of y'all manifesting stuff, but you're not.
Got to do it. If you manifest as you work, then that's good for the mindset. That's good because you got to lie to your brain to make it true. Isn't it called cognitive something? It's where you like you say.
Is it cognitive?
No, but that's like
What's that?
That's like you ain't right.
Oh, okay.
You're saying like I'm really good at remembering people's names. You say that a bunch, and every time you try to remember someone's name, like I'm really good at remembering people's names, and you get it. It literally trains your brain to be like, I am.
Yeah.
I am good at remembering, and then it will learn to remember people's names better. This is a real thing. They say that this actually works. So if you just go around thinking you're the shit, and that you were like, you know what, I am gonna get this Ferrari.
This is how I feel
I'm
every
gonna
day.
get this boat. You're gonna, and that's what manifesting is you're getting your brain in a really good place to believe that you also deserve what you're trying to get, and it kind of makes you want to get it, work to get it a little bit harder.
Yeah.
It makes people around you be like, maybe he does deserve a Ferrari. He says he does a lot, but he also works for it. Now, if you just sit on the floor with rocks around you and just go, I am going to, I don't know, become the Pope, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Like, I'm sorry. You got to work for that.
Do you have to work for it?
Yeah. Look, unless you got some cosmic goodness on your side, I guess. There's some kind of, I don't know.
I don't know either. But I wanted to touch that, but I want to dig in on it, and we're not going to do it at an hour and some change. So, is there anything that you would like to wrap the pod? This is episode 50, man.
Episode 50, baby.
Look, we got to do it. Episode 50. Yeah, I
feel kind of bad we didn't do anything. Well, you said 100.
We're doing
100. It's going to be insane. 50, we're back.
Big booty, butt naked broads are coming at 100.
We're going to have suits. We're going to wear suits.
I'm going to have suits, and I'm going to have the little...
You have one hand, the lube, one hand ass. I'm going to have my money tie on. It's going to be great.
Yeah, episode 100 will be fun. That's gonna be fun.
Right. I'm sorry we went so hard today. I feel bad, but I mean, the gun problem is such a, like I said before, it's so crazy, and people want to solve it like that, just by in one fell swoop.
What? And it's gonna sound crazy, but I do feel like this is when a woman's presence is necessary. I'm gonna tell you why.
Really?
I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of women. Our ladies are y'all got to help me out because I don't know which one I can say. I don't want to be politically incorrect. I'm gonna just say
I think they're both fine.
It was one of them I heard you can't say it though.
Really?
It was like don't say that, don't say that. I'm not a woman. I'm a lady. Whatever. Anyway,
that's weird, bro. Anybody over 18, I'd say I was.
All my queens. How about that? All of my queens.
Queens. That's great.
Yeah, we give queens.
That's great.
So
I guess he scratched that. I feel like half the dudes over 24 still ain't a man yet.
Yeah, exactly. So
just call him a bro.
That's putting them in context.
Yeah.
So I think women do a good job of analyzing a situation to the T, and not making a rash decision. Like you said, men, we want to fix it.
Yeah.
So it's like gun problem, gun control, done. And it's so many other variables to come into play. A woman is going to, exercise all the, okay, well, if you do this, over here you might mess up. Or if you do this, or, we need that.
Also, bro, I'm sorry, but if you're like a Dwayne Johnson, 6'5" bro, and you're coming at a girl, 5'1" with a knife, it doesn't matter if she has a knife too, dude. That girl needs a gun, bro.
Yeah.
What is she going to do? You can't ban guns.
Yeah.
It's funny. that the same people on the same side will talk about, like, you know, women rights and women, like, you're gonna completely disproportionately affect a lot of women.
Yeah.
No one's good. It's great. The same people who were like, I don't feel safe at night, go, we shouldn't have any guns. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Listen, I'm gonna tell
You
you
should have
this.
a gun in your purse.
When I brought the gun in the house, cause you know mine was like that. She's like, I don't know, I don't know what'll happen. I don't trust that. You know, you got the girls, they might touch the gun, whatever. As soon as I brought the gun in the house, she's like, okay, how do I hold it? Okay, I need to.
Nice.
So you do this. Okay, where you put bullets in that, you do it like this. Okay, cool. All right, got you. But it's like, no, like, put them in that space so they know, okay, well, if I'm not there, if the dude's not there, if you just out, you could be at the mall now. That's how crazy it is. Like, I saw a
Any
clip.
public place.
I saw a clip where a dude tried, and we're gonna wrap up. But I saw a clip where I think it was in Mexico or somewhere, where it's a group of kids just got out of school. Dude comes up to try to kidnap the kid. Lady comes up, pop, 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 pop.
I saw that.
Shoots him. He's on the ground, and he of course he eventually dies. I'm like, that's what's necessary.
Good. You try to kidnap my kid, I'll kill you.
But the thing is, I believe if there's more of that type of stuff, a lot of the people that are taking kids or kidnapping won't do it, because they're like, the last 10 times that happened, so and so just died.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where we are.
I believe it. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, to wrap everything up. Oh, go ahead.
No, but you're good. I was just gonna say, like, look at it this way: the states with lesser gun control, you know, like I think it was Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
They were teaching kids in school how to use rifles, and people were losing their minds. Like, I can't believe you give kids. That state's got like one of the lowest gun violence states because everyone knows how to use it.
Yeah.
And you have the least amount of kids accidentally killing themselves with guns because they know what it does.
Right.
I think kids at a very young age should know, hey, this thing is very dangerous. You should know how to use it, unless you hurt your friend who comes over. You know, also put it in a safe. But if you happen to get a hold of my gun, I want you to know how to use it so you don't hurt yourself or someone else. You know? Just.
So we just, we all got to protect each other. I do say, I understand, and I know it sounds terrible, but I think whenever you're changing things like giving more freedom to guns, like they just did in Georgia, some stuff gonna get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, agreed. Like I said, you no matter how much you change gun laws or whatever, you can't change people.
Right.
People are only in some areas just getting worse.
Right.
You know. So,
you know, that's our spiel. You know, hopefully y'all don't tear us up too much, but it's just think. Everybody just been in the house for 2 years.
Yeah.
Right at 3 years. You've been in the house.
Some people have not left. I still know of some people who stay in there. Yeah. Yeah. Some people are still terrified of this stuff. No. It's crazy. I can't believe it, but it's a mental health crisis, not a gun crisis.
Right.
So vote on those laws, you know, not gun laws.
And to wrap everything up, please make sure y'all subscribe to the page, Mad Lucrative Podcast. We are Mad Lucrative Network. It's not just Mad Lucrative Podcast Network now. What's the saying, Sean?
It's not just a network, man. It's a network, man. Love it.
But do that. Make sure you follow all of our guests from the Lucrative Lounge too, because they are dope. And we got a lot of offers. A lot of stuff is free.
Yeah.
Like if y'all just follow pages. One of my guests said that they one of their podcasts they were doing, somebody came up and was like, yo, I made $1.5 million last year. Wow. Thanks for the advice from YouTube. $1.5 million. They were like,
what advice did I give you?
It was just they looked at the drop shipping. He did a whole drop shipping strategy, and he's coming up. Ernest Epps, look for that episode.
Good job, guy.
But he did a whole strategy on how to make money on drop shipping, Amazon, whatever. And person took not the idea, but learned from the free stuff and made $1.5 million. So yeah, that's a win.
There you go.
But we have people like that on the Lucrative Lounge just giving y'all the value while we give y'all some of our thoughts and our entertainment. And I think that's it, bro.
Cool.
Great episode, man.
Yeah,
Great
good
episode. We will see y'all at episode 51. All right. Peace.
Peace. Peace.
It's not just a network, man. It's a network, man.